everybody, I'm Tasha from the Major Change Group, and today I want to talk about, are you trying to increase your credit score fast? Let me know in the comments, what is your goal credit score? Y'all, I'm trying to get my credit score to a 800. It's really been kind of sitting around the 760s, but I'm trying to increase my credit score. And in today's video, I want to talk about 5 reasons that your credit score is not increasing and how we can fix it. Let's get into it. Now, one of the main reasons that our credit score is not increasing is because we have high credit card utilization. And if we're using over 30% of our credit utilization, that is the quickest way to decrease our credit score. So one, we want to make sure to find out, when is our creditor going to be reporting to the credit bureau? And so we need to find our statement date so that we can pay it down to 30% or less, or even 7% or less if we're trying to be high achievers from the experience site. And if we can make sure that we're only reporting that amount to the credit bureau, then we should be in a good spot. And so if we want to increase our credit score fast, if we can tackle that credit card utilization, we will be able to see an increase in our credit score within 30 days once our creditor reports to the credit bureau. The second reason that's hindering our credit score from increasing could be that we have a thin profile. Let's say you have maybe 1 or 2 lines of credit on your credit reports. You might want to consider possibly getting a secured credit card. Maybe you can become an authorized user. But one, in becoming an authorized user, you want to make sure it's somebody that you trust and somebody that you know that has a strong profile. So this means that they have a good payment history, a low credit utilization, a good length of credit, and not a lot of inquiries on their account. So overall, they have a pretty good, credit profile and somebody that we can trust. Because the other day I was on a live stream and somebody was saying that they had became a authorized user on someone's account, and then they had ended up getting some delinquencies and stuff, and then it made their credit score go down. So even if you become an authorized user, you want to make sure that it's somebody that has a stable and strong credit profile. The third way that our credit score could not be increasing is because of late payments. Now, late payments is 35% of our credit score. And if you get a late payment on your credit report, man, this can really impact your credit score, and you could drop like 20 points with one late payment. So it's very important that we are paying our bills on time. And the thing is, let's say if you pay a bill late, you can make sure by your statement date that you pay it so that it doesn't go from late payment to delinquency once they report it to the credit bureau. Now, we still don't want to have late payments because, they can charge us the late fee of $35 or $45. But I would rather have a late payment than a delinquency, because especially once we get those 30, 60, 90, and 120 day defaults on there, man, that's when it can really, really impact our credit score very bad. And so we just want to make sure that we are not having any late payments, because, while I think that having high credit card utilization is bad and it can really impact your credit score, you can pay that down and then your score can go up the next month. But with payment history, if you get those late payments, man, it can really impact you. Because for myself, I would say that's probably one of the reasons that I'm seeing a little bit of a slower increase of my credit score, because I do have late payments due to me co-signing on a loan. And I have seen some improvements, but it's like now I'm only seeing an increase of maybe like 8 to 10 points opposed to, can I get to an 800? You know what I'm saying? And so we just want to make sure that we don't have any late payments, and we don't want to have high utilization, because that is 65% of our credit score. And the fourth reason that our credit score could not be increasing is because we have high inquiries. Now, while inquiries, new credit is only 10% of our credit score, if you already have a low credit score and you are applying for a lot of credit, then it can still impact you. So it might not impact as much as payment history and credit card utilization, but every point is going to count, especially if you have a low credit score. So possibly consider gardening during this time and not applying for any new credit. And, just taking, letting some of those inquiries fall off, especially if you have a lot. So, consider that. Last but not least, are you checking your credit report to see if you have any discrepancies on your credit report? You want to make sure that you check each of your credit reports, and you can go on to annualcreditreport.com so you can check your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion credit scores and credit report to see, what's reporting on there. Is everything reporting the same? Because this could definitely be impacting your score. And it's just important to check our credit report every so often. For myself, I will check my Experian, and I will go over to my Chase portal, and I'll check and see, okay, what is reporting for my credit utilizations and things like that. And so it's just good to check our credit. And even just a few days ago, what I did for my Experian, they have it to where you can unlock all of your credit scores and stuff like that. And so I did me a trial, and we're going to see how this is going to go to make sure I don't forget. Overall, it's just very important for us to check our credit report so that we can make sure everything is accurate on there. But let me know in the comments, which of these tips are you going to be using to increase your credit score, especially, for 2025. I hope that you found this helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so you'll be notified when new content drops. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time. My 2025 digital budget planner, I posted it on my Etsy shop. You can go into the description and click on the link. In the budget, you have goal setting, you have a monthly budget, a debt repayment, you have a savings tracker. So check out the 2025 digital budget planner on my Etsy shop. It's not a game.